to the Clifton Worley Show. This week we've got my wife, Kirsten, Kirsten Worley, with us, and we were kind of talking about what we were trying to do here a second ago, but we submitted a poll a couple months back, and we never got around to recording this episode, and so we decided to go ahead and let her ask me some questions. So I'm just going to let you have this podcast.
Okay. Well, we got some questions that I think you kind of need to answer for yourself, and then some questions that people want you to ask me so they know all the dirty secrets on Clifton. So I'll just kind of start with the ones that people want you to answer. One of the ones that we got a few months ago was that Lori wants you to tell people what happens when you eat avocado.
Oh my goodness. I don't know that I want to. I'll say this, that I have this, like, I believe I have a food allergy to it, and or maybe it's just not a very high tolerance for it because it really tears my stomach up bad. I can have, like, maybe a trace of it, like in some sushi, and I'm fine, but like if I get guacamole or something like that, and it tears my stomach up. And I think peanuts kind of does the same thing too. If I have a lot of peanuts, it has the same effect. So.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Will you ever shave the beard and rock only the stash?
Well, I've done that once. Back when we were in college. I didn't have a beard all the time, but I did grow out a mustache for...
No, that's not what happened. You had a goatee.
Okay.
And for Halloween one year, we dressed up like Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
And you shaved off the bottom part of the goatee and had only the stash.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I guess I should ask myself that question. How many daughters do you actually want to have?
4 and no more.
No more kids at all. Mm-mm. Period. Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
That's tough. First of all, I got to give a little background to this. I used to be a salesman for a Pepsi distributor several years back. And I drank so much Pepsi that I acquired a taste for it. But I think I prefer Coke over Pepsi unless that Pepsi is like in a can. It's been sitting in a ice chest for all day, like getting really cold. I think that Pepsi tastes better colder than Coke, and you can drink like Coke almost at like room temperature, and it's fine for me.
You have really thought this one out.
Yes.
Okay. Root beer or cream soda?
Both. I mean, why not, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever known you to drink cream soda.
Well, yeah. I think that root beer is, like, good in certain situations. I like different root beers. Like, I grew up drinking Barks because that's kind of like the root beer of the South, right? And then A&W is good. When I worked for Pepsi, of course, I drank a lot of Mug. And then I've had like some of the ones like Virgil's and some of those. Cream soda is a different... To me, like, cream soda is like a dessert soft drink. And that's just a different category for different times. Like, if I don't drink sodas with meals a lot anymore, but like if I just wanted one like by itself, I think cream soda would be good. That's kind of like a dessert drink.
That actually really surprises me. I didn't think you'd pick that. Okay, when no one else is home, do you crank the stereo and dance like no one is watching?
No, I don't. I subject everybody at home to that when they are at home.
Yes, we have to suffer through that. We do. No, you are more likely to crank the TV with a war movie when no one is home.
That is true.
Because you can't watch those when all the kids are home.
Mm-mm.
Okay, what do you consider like your guilty pleasure music?
Actually, I'll listen to stuff sometimes that you wouldn't think I would like. Like, recently, like, I've been listening to, like, some Post Malone or,
What?
Taylor Swift sometimes. Like, I enjoy some of her songs. And,
Yeah, we have to listen to you singing a lot of Taylor Swift.
So, I guess that would be my guilty pleasure. That's not something that is anything near my wheelhouse. But.
Okay, what would you consider your favorite ice cream?
Well, Ben and Jerry's. There's several flavors I like. I like fish food. I like the Willie Nelson one.
I don't think they make that one anymore, though.
They may not. That was like a peach one. Yeah.
I don't think they make that one. I don't know if you really have one of these. What is your ugly cry movie? I do have to say that we watched Marley and Me one time when we first got married, and I saw you get a little teary-eyed on that one. And the third Toy Story, maybe? I think you got a little weepy on that one.
That one, yeah. That one brings emotions out. Coco almost makes you cry, like the first time you watch it.
Really?
Yeah, when the family, like at the end when the grandfather, like the real grandfather, is like almost about to wither away.
Gotcha. Okay, Star Wars or Star Trek?
I don't know anything about Star Trek, and I don't know a lot about Star Wars, but I know a little bit about Star Wars to pick Star Wars.
I mean, I guess neither could be an option, because in all honesty, have you ever really seen all of the Star Wars movies either?
I've seen all of them. I've seen some of those, but I've not seen any Star Trek.
I think I could answer this one too. Your guilty pleasure TV show.
What do you think it is? That's not really a guilty pleasure. I mean, I'm not guilty about that.
Well, what would you consider your guilty pleasure TV show? I mean, we don't have cable, so we don't ever watch TV anymore.
I mean, King of the Hill.
But I mean, are you?
That's nothing I would be embarrassed about. I just have to go back to that one after I think about it. Let's move on.
What about Gilmore Girls? You've watched a lot of that.
But I really don't. I don't think I could sit down and enjoy that. Like, if like you weren't watching it, like I wouldn't choose to watch that by myself. So I don't know.
It looks like that might be kind of all the questions that people had that I feel like you would have to answer.
Okay.
Oh, well, take it back. The last one is boxers or briefs.
TMI.
And I think that's it. I think the rest of them are going to have to be ones that people want to know what I think of you. Oh, well, somebody wants to know where you get your snappy gingham shirts. I think you prefer the word plaid over gingham, though.
Yeah. I don't know. My mom keeps getting me those for Christmas, and I wear them to the office every day. Most of the new shirts that I bought like myself are not plaid. I'm trying to get out of the plaid thing.
You've spent a long time.
Okay. Well, somebody wanted to know what your thoughts were on me buying and selling gear, flipping them.
I usually, when you call me to tell me that you bought something, I'm not generally happy about it, but I've just kind of come to accept it as you're going to do it anyway kind of thing. I hate when you buy amps.
Really?
I do, because I feel like you always lose money on amps, because you're always like, oh, I can fix it and then flip it and make all this money, and that never happens. So.
But have I ever surprised you on what I...
No, not really. I mean, most of the time when you say, I can probably make this off of it, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. What is Cranky Cliff like with an impersonation? Can you do an impersonation of that?
Oh, gosh. You just... Well, first of all, it's like if you're really mad, like your whole face turns red. And you can tell that your blood pressure is like shooting through the roof at the moment. But you do a lot of like huffing and puffing, like... And then, like, you don't yell or anything like that. You just, like, huff a lot. Like, you just breathe heavy.
Yeah. Trying not to say something mean, I think. Somebody said top 12 worst qualities, but that could take a while. I don't know, just a couple, maybe.
Like, what? I don't know. I mean, I definitely couldn't do 12. I mean, you get on my nerves, but I don't think I could list 12. I think on one of the other things somebody asked, like the one thing you do that gets on my nerves the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be if we're sitting beside each other, your knee is constantly like bouncing up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're sitting near me, it's like making me move, and I hate that. That drives me crazy. Oh, and the other thing, you snore terribly. So that's one thing that I would change about you if I could. I would make you not snore.
Well, what makes me go OWWF off?
Our 2 redheaded children.
That makes me go off?
That makes you go off. You lose your mind on our redheaded children. They're very, very stubborn children.
So stubbornness makes me go off?
What do you think makes you go off?
I don't know. This is a podcast where you're supposed to be asking me the tough questions.
I am asking you that question. If you don't think it's our redheaded kids, what do you think makes you go off?
I don't know.
Oh, I know another thing. Terrible service in the food industry. You get very upset about that.
Yeah, I do. That and I think being held up and being late for something.
Maybe.
Man, we blew through these. Let's see. Somebody wants to know the song you caught me singing and gave me a look like, dude, for real.
I don't know. Well, a lot of it is you'll sing random Taylor Swift songs. Those get me. And most of the time you sing songs that I just have no clue what they are, because right now my life consists of listening to like Daddy Finger and Baby Shark. Mm-hmm. So usually you'll sing a song and I'm like, well, how do you even know that? I don't know.
No, I don't know. What about... What do you call about what do you call my internet friends?
I either call them the internet friends or your fake friends.
My fake friends.
You're not real friends.
Yeah. Oh, Nick View wants to know what time in the evening do I turn my accent off?
This is you all the time.
I think it gets worse the later it gets and the more tired I am, probably.
I don't know, because they probably think that we have these like terrible Southern accents, but where we live, we don't have accents at all. Like, we're not really that Southern compared to the people that we live near.
Well, I don't know that I know for one thing I don't revert into other accents. Like I don't sound like I'm from up north. I don't sound like I'm from out west or Midwest or.
No, but you don't. Compared to the people around us, you don't have that thick Southern accent.
I think
either.
if you took us out of the South for a little bit, we probably would lose it a little bit. But like because you hear it all day long and in the conversation around you and all people, like it kind of makes you talk that way after a while. Nick View also wants to know. He's asking some tough questions. If you're both having conversation, who is more apt to zone out first?
That's not a tough question. You. Most of the time, you're talking to your fake friends instead of listening to what I'm saying. What? What was that?
Have I ever worn anything in public that truly embarrassed you?
Okay, I know. I don't remember how long we had been dating, but that time you went to Disney World when you were in college, I guess we had only been dating about a year or something. You came back and you were wearing a pair of jorts, like jean shorts, jorts, but they weren't like it was bad. I would have to say that's probably it.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
You vaguely remember jorts? Have you blocked that out of your memory? Is that what it is?
I would be embarrassed to wear that today. I know one time we went to this made me think of this, but one time we went to this one of my cousin, we went out of town and like watched one of his shows, and I was wearing his band t-shirt to the show. And like there was some kind of hipsters people there who were like said some snide remarks about like the fact that I was wearing, you don't wear the t-shirt of the band you're going to see to that show, like it makes you look like a
so nerd. Is that the outfit that you wore that just truly embarrassed yourself?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what that is?
But like I don't know, I felt like I shouldn't feel bad about
you're
like
there, you're showing
like
support.
If you're a super fan and you show up and I mean, what's wrong with like deeply loving something and wanting to everybody else to know it, right?
I guess.
Well, I think we have.
Here, let me see it.
Here, we're trying to read through our cell phones here and stay on top of this.
I don't know if this is necessarily like a song that I catch you singing. This is just a song that you sing a lot. That is really annoying. What's the James Brown song that you sing all the time?
Get On Up.
That's not the name of it though, is it?
I'll have to look it up. See, while I'm Googling that,
but you sing that a lot, and you do this real crazy dance that goes along with it. And unless you have a guitar in your hands, you are a terrible, terrible dancer. Terrible. So I guess that would be the song that, like, every time you sing it, I give you the look, like, for real. But I think that's the one that I just look at you. But I think I do that is because you sing it when you're trying to wake me and the kids up and make us get out of bed in the mornings. And so I think that's why I give you that look.
Okay. Am I working hard or hardly working? What do you think?
What do I think? I mean, Is this considered work? Podcasting?
It is a labor of love.
Oh, okay.
Talking about that, okay, so I put out on the groups that I'm interested in doing something for the show here in the near future. And I was, put out the fact that I have the t-shirts for sale on the Threadless store, and that anyone who would pick up a Patreon, be part of the Patreon membership at the, starting at the $1 mark, that I would send out a free Clifton Worley Show sticker. Some of you guys have those already, but I realize that there's a lot of you guys that do not. But you had an idea. What was that idea?
Okay, well, one morning when you were singing the lovely wake-up song that you sing to us, and you were doing your fun little dance that goes along with it, I just pulled my phone out and started recording you. And I was just saying that I think you could set like a thing, and if people, gave that much money to help out with the thing that you're wanting to do, that I could post that very embarrassing video of you dancing to James Brown, to your version of James Brown. So how much do you think you would have to get in order for me to post that video?
I think I need to see it, whether it's sell t-shirts, Patreon support, whatever. Like, we need to be like talking like a couple $100.
That video is
pretty embarrassing.
It's pretty embarrassing for several reasons. One, because of the way you dance, and two, your white t-shirt is tucked into your jeans.
Yeah, totally like Can't Kill look going on.
Yes, you did have that look going on.
Okay.
You missed a question. Nick had another one.
Okay.
It says, have I ever asked you to do something, but you did it so poorly that you never asked you to do it again? I think there's a lot of things that happen like that.
Okay, well, do tell.
Okay. I hate the way that you fold towels. Like, I don't know why.
I've recently learned how to do it.
You figured out my system. And the other thing that you do that I would just rather you just not do at all is help me clean up the girls' playroom.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Because I don't know why you can't understand the organization system that I have in there, but it drives me crazy, and I feel like I'm doing twice the work by picking up myself and telling you where to put stuff. So I think that would be what I would not ask you to do anymore.
I think this is probably from the Tone Jerks. They want to know my deepest, dankest secrets, but I don't think I'm going to go there.
Do you even have secrets?
I don't think I do.
Do you have skeletons in your
Sometimes
closet?
I feel like this podcast is a secret.
I know. Most people that actually literally know you don't even listen to this podcast.
No, it's...
All your fake friends listen to it.
I know, it's weird. Well, the reason I do that, I try to keep a separation between those because I don't want to, like, inundate all the people that we know in real life with what I'm doing, because they probably don't get it or don't understand it. And I mean, there's a few who may, but just trying not to be that friend on Facebook that they want to block or whatever. So
they'll just block you for other reasons.
Well,
what else you got, Cliff?
I'm digging at the bottom of the barrel now.
Do you feel roasted? You said you felt like this was going to be a roast. We haven't even, you haven't even told any embarrassing stories or anything, really.
Haven't?
I don't think so. I mean, you wearing jorts isn't really, like, the most embarrassing thing that surely has ever happened in your life.
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of hipsters who are wearing jorts nowadays. Like
Cliff, they're not wearing the kind of jorts that you are wearing.
probably not.
Don't try to make yourself sound like you were a hipster back in 2004.
No.
Like that's not it.
No, not at all. Well, do you have anything else you want to while you have the mic in front of you?
Don't put me on the spot like that. They did say they were imagining you singing Celine Dion or Paula Abdul, and I have to say that I don't think I've ever heard you sing either.
No. Maybe instead of Celine Dion, maybe Selena Gomez.
Oh gosh, I don't know if that's better or worse. Yeah. What do you know about Selena Gomez? I don't know anything about her.
I don't know. Sometimes when I'm driving down the road, though, I'm always searching through the radio, and I'll hear something that catches my attention on the pop station, and I don't know. I mean, some of that's not terrible.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Okay. But you want to call this a wrap?
Sure.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on and giving the listeners what they wanted.
Yes.
And
it's my pleasure.
Yeah. So here we got a challenge. If you would like to see the most embarrassing thing that's probably on video of me, let's get some Patreon dollars going.
I have it ready to post whenever you get that money, Cliff.
I have a pretty good feeling that the public will never see this video.
You never know. They may come through for you.
Yeah. Well.
Or for me.
We'll give them what they want. So. All right. Well, thanks everyone for contributing to this, and I hope you have a lot of fun. Thank you, Kirsten, for jumping on the podcast with me, and we'll have a lot of fun discussing this in the group, I'm sure. If you're not part of the Facebook group, the Cliff Morley Show, and you listen, go look us up. Would love to have you be part of the conversation, and we'll talk to you all next time.